Hey guys, it's Excite, and this is a 30-6 free-for-all gameplay on Village, and I'm really sorry if you can hear any music in the background. I'm going to try and talk over it, and it's also a bit off-putting for me as well trying to do this commentary, as you may see later on, but it's because my next door neighbour has decided today he feels like being a twat and playing his music ridiculously loud so everyone can hear him, because he's a knob. But I've had many a drama with my next door neighbour before. I remember once, like, I had an exam the next day and he decided to start playing his drums. And this is to start playing. I mean, I can understand if you're finishing up, but he started to have a drum session at about 12 o'clock. Who the fuck goes on at 12 o'clock in the morning and starts fucking playing the drums? There is something seriously fucked up with that guy, and he needs to sort himself out. And what happened was, my dad got so pissed off, I got so pissed off, and my dad and him had some massive petty war, where they ended up, my dad got out, like a little kid's, like, 4-drum set, which had, like, those, you know, those program beats that, like, doom, boom, that go, and he stuck it right up against the wall, and just started smashing it, and giving he was playing the little beat, and he started beating the drum with the sticks that we had as hard as he could up against the wall downstairs. I remember it so well, and all he ended up doing and achieving from that was just keeping the house up even worse, because he just ended up playing it so loud just to annoy the next door neighbour that he ended up annoying us even more, and I didn't get to sleep that night for so late. And another time he's gone round there and ripped off his door knocker in rage as he tried to knock the door to get him to come out. Many an argument has been had between my dad and him, and many a drama has been caused because of his bastardish behaviour. But also, today, I don't know, I went off topic a bit then, but it was a funny little story I had to say. But what I wanted to do was have a topical commentary today, because it's a bit longer, you know, this gameplay than a few that I have. So I thought it's a good one to do a topic over. And tomorrow or the next day I'm going to do a story commentary where I have a story from, you know, somewhere a few days, years, months ago. Anything, just anything comes into my head. But I was thinking just what to do this commentary on, and thinking about stuff, and the first thing that came into my head was just the internet. Another broad thing. It's always good to do commentaries on broad things because there's lots of stuff for you to talk about. And what I wanted to do is, if you're watching to this stage, I want to ask everyone that's watching a question, and I'd like to ask them to comment on this video what their top 3 sites are for, like, usage, like the top 3 sites you use, and, like, you know, enjoyment, like what you like going on. And for me, number 1 enjoyment and probably use is probably YouTube, because YouTube is like my favourite site. I'm properly addicted to YouTube, probably, to be honest, because I'm just on it all the time, and you know, I shouldn't be on it as much. I just watch loads of YouTube videos, and once you get into, like, sort of a streak of watching them, you can end up just staying on here for hours and hours, just watching the time well, not even watching the time go by. You don't even know the time going by, because the time just flies when you're on YouTube, at least for me. But maybe I'm just a sad nerd, but I know that is true. But yeah, also, you know, second site probably Google, just for all the, like, work I have to do, like, you know, have a question for biology I'm not sure on, Google it, shit like that, pop it on Google. Google is an amazing site for just, you know, knowledge as well as other stuff. But, you know, I always whop on Google if I'm not sure. And then number 3 has got to be something we all do, and that's Pornhub. All of you will know what I'm talking about when it comes to this, unless you're a bit young, but in that case, you know, search it. Such a bad influence I am, but whatever. Yeah, you know, you gotta do it. I'm not gonna go into too much detail on Pornhub, but, you know, we all know what it's there for and what to do on it. But also wanted to say about you know, how far the internet has come in not that much of a long space of time. I mean, to people like me, we're young. We don't really remember the times when YouTube wasn't big, and when, like, other internets, you know, when the internet just generally was just something people went on just, you know, the odd time. But now, the internet, like, in my school, I think we did, like, some survey the other day, not the other day, actually, it was like a year ago in form. They were like, how long do people go on the internet for? And like, obviously me being an Xbox player, I go on the internet a damn lot, as well as being on YouTube. And my teacher was like, put your hand up if you do 1 hour. And I was like, huh, no, way more than that. 2 hours, and then 3 hours was the highest option. I was expecting it to go way higher than that, but it ended up 3 hours. And then my teacher was so shocked that so many of the class put their hand up for 3 hours. She was so shocked people went on it that much, and it was just like, wow. Like, she's one of those, people that doesn't really understand, the massive of the internet. It is for a lot of young people, although, a lot of older people are on it as well, but young people, that's where the internet's really taken off, I think. Also, how people make money off of the internet and stuff like that is just ridiculous now. I mean, who would have thought that ages ago? I mean, it's not like I was around at the time people were thinking that, but it's just something going through my mind, we just assume we just assumed, like, it's always been here. We don't think about, like, the times when it actually wasn't here and stuff like that. And also, the internet can have a bit of a bad effect sometimes. Like, many a time, I don't do my homework and stuff like that because I get just too engrossed in watching YouTube videos and stuff. Like, that's happened to me way too much. And just generally, like, Xbox and stuff like that, which all stemmed from watching, from the internet in general, like, we wouldn't be able to connect. I mean, back in the day, people, like, I don't know what they did when they got home, but, I mean, now, pretty much everyone goes on the internet, but can't imagine what people did, those years ago when they didn't have internet, but, Anyway, that's the end of this. Coming to a brief stop. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed up to here, please like the video and subscribe for daily content which I'm adding. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace out.